Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Here on my channel, I do all sorts of things with the curly girl method. If that's something you're interested in, please subscribe. I upload a new video every Thursday. Today, I decided to do wash now, style later. This is a method that lets you split up your wash day into 2 days to help save you time. So I'm going to wash my hair one day and leave it product free, let it dry, go to bed, and then get up the next day, re-wet it, and style it. I'll talk you through the process as we go through it, so let's head to my shower to get started. Here we are in my shower. I am just thoroughly wetting my hair. On this particular day, it had been like a week and a half since I washed my hair, so I'm actually going to double shampoo. I'll show you how I do that. I'm taking the Talia Wajid Silk Milk Shampoo and just covering my scalp with that and gently scrubbing it in with my fingertips to really help break up any buildup and grease that had accumulated on my scalp. Then I'm also using my silicone scalp scrubber just as an extra level of exfoliation to break up and remove any of that sebum that might be on my scalp. Then I'm going in with another round of shampoo, just because I really needed that extra cleansing on this particular wash day. And you can see that it foams up a little bit better the second time around, because my hair and scalp are cleaner this time. So I'm just gently scrubbing my scalp again, and I'm going to milk that through my ends before rinsing it out thoroughly. I don't know why my ear is so red. Now I'm taking the Garnier Smoothing Treat Conditioner and using that to detangle and hydrate the lengths of my hair. I really like this conditioner. It's one of my favorites. It's just the perfect consistency for me. Makes it really easy for me to finger detangle, and it's not too heavy or too light. It's just the right balance for me. After my hair is completely detangled with my fingers, I take my perfect hair care brush just to make sure the conditioner is evenly distributed. Not to get out any tangles. I don't like detangling with a brush. I always do it with my fingers. Now that I know that conditioner is on every hair strand, I am doing a nice little squish to condish. And I'm experimenting with how I do this upright, and I think this is the best that I've done it so far. Just really helps me get my hair nice and moisturized and feeling really smooth. Then I go in with the As I Am Classic Leave-In Conditioner, just a tiny bit. And I'm just raking this through my hair upright because I am not styling tonight. So I am just going to treat my hair as if I were going product free. Brush through that leave-in to make sure that it is thoroughly distributed. And then twist up my hair in the perfect hair care towel. My hair is actually in the twist right now. I'm not plopping. I'm not treating it curly or wavy necessarily. I just twisted it up so that the water would get absorbed. I wore it for like 15 minutes, I think, and it started to fall off my head. I haven't had that issue before. I don't know what was going on tonight, but still a great towel, super absorbent. Now I'm just raking my fingers through my hair to break everything up and feel how much moisture is still in it. Then I'm going to take my perfect hair care brush again and just brush it out. Just really gently. My hair is completely detangled right now, and it's still damp. So I'm just doing this to smooth it down. and a brush, and even my fingers are very, very powerful against my loose wave pattern. Sometimes my waves will try to come out despite me brushing and raking them, but they're really not that strong, so my hair turns out almost straight when I do this. You can see here how it's looking the next morning, completely dry. You can tell I kind of don't really have my waves. I have a middle part going on. Tell me what you think of that. I don't know if I can rock it or if I should stick with my side parts. So I just tied my perfect hair care towel around my shoulders so I wouldn't get my clothes soaking wet. And now I'm taking my misting bottle and re-wetting my hair. Using the misting bottle does take a bit longer than if I were to dunk my hair in a bowl of water, like I usually do to style, or if I were to hang over my bathtub and wet it with my shower head or faucet. You could absolutely do those things or wet it in your sink to speed up the process. I just didn't want to. I decided to go with the misting bottle for ease of use and filming, even though it took a little bit longer. Now that my hair is wet, it's not super soaking wet, but it's all wet again. I am taking my perfect hair care brush and very gently brushing, starting at the bottom, working my way up. To make sure that I'm starting with a totally detangled base and that everything is smoothed down. If you needed to, you could add a little bit more leave-in conditioner at this step. But I chose to just take it really slow, and I didn't need to add any extra. Another helpful tip when you're doing this is that if you dip your brush in water to get your brush wet, then you brush your hair, that really helps the brush glide through because it's adding more water to the hair, providing more lubrication. Just a little pro tip. After I've got my hair completely brushed through, I just run my fingers through it a little bit to get it up away from my scalp, and then I flip my head over. And then I could feel some parts that needed a little bit more water, so I'm just spraying them now. This does take a little bit longer than if I were to just do the entire process all in one go, but it is really helpful when you don't have time to do the whole process all at once. So if I am running late on my wash day and I know it's going to take too long to dry if I fully style it, then I can just wash it, let it dry, style it the next day, even though it's a little bit more effort. I am just brushing my hair through once again to smooth everything down. This is a really important step for me. It really helps bring any stray hairs back to where they're supposed to be, and this helps minimize frizz in the long run. Raking the hair off the back of my head so nothing is sticking, and then taking the EcoSlay Orange Marmalade Curl Definer, and starting off with one pump, glazing that over my hair, and then scrunching. My sister-in-law got me this styler for Christmas, and I am so happy she did. I have been wanting to try this product since I started the Curly Girl method almost 9 months ago now. It is completely raved about. It's several people's holy grail product. If you're in the Curly Girl community, you've probably heard of it. I found out that there is a good reason for that. I've only used it a few times, but so far, I'm very, very, very happy with it. I'm taking another pump, just glazing it over those back sections, and continuing to scrunch. And of course, as always, I turn my head completely side to side so that everything is styled all the way around, 360 styling. And I'm adding water when necessary, even if I'm not showing it. If my hair, to me, is feeling too dry, I add water. Now I'm taking a third pump, glazing it over, this time really focusing it on those side sections because I could tell they had not gotten enough yet, and continuing to scrunch. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I scrunch a lot. It really helps encourage my loose curl formation to curl up and have some consistency throughout. It's really a crucial step in enhancing my pattern. And I find that it helps me get the product more evenly distributed. I am all done scrunching. It's not as wet as it usually is when I style, so I didn't really have to squeeze out any water with just my bare hands, but I am draping that towel over my hands now and microplopping. Some people microplop by just draping that towel over their hand and then smushing their hair up against their head to absorb extra water. I always just scoop it up in my hands and scrunch it. I don't like pressing the hair against my head because I don't want any of that product getting on my scalp if I can help it. So I just scoop it up and scrunch the same way that I scoop and scrunch and pulse when I'm styling. Okay, I am back from diffusing now. I diffused for about 20 minutes and I did a mixture of hover diffusing and pixie diffusing. I have been air drying for a few hours now. My hair is completely dry. The cast has started to soften up a little bit on its own as the hours have passed. That's super normal for me. That happens pretty much no matter how I style or what I use. But I still have some pieces with a crunchy cast. Today I thought I would use the Inasi Island Breeze whipped hair and body butter, sort of like you might use an oil to scrunch out the crunch and help seal in my moisture and tame any frizz. I don't typically do this, but I'm thinking that maybe I should have been implementing it more throughout these colder months to just give an extra layer of protection for my hair against the cold weather. So I am just gonna rub my finger on this and get a little bit to melt off on my finger. Then I'm gonna rub it really well all over my hands just to give them the lightest coating possible. You can see they're just a little bit shiny. And now I'm gonna smooth that over my hair and scrunch out my crunch and fluff my roots. I should have taken my glasses off first. If you're watching right now, let me know how you're liking my channel. Please tell me in the comments if there's a specific video or certain kind of content that you really want to see, and I can definitely work on it. I am here to be helpful. I am here to share my experience so that this journey doesn't have to be so challenging and so no one has to go through it on their own. And these are my finished results. I'm so happy with how they turned out. I really like this Eco Slate Orange Marmalade. I'm not surprised. I think there's a reason so many people rave about this product. My hair is super voluminous, very defined, very shiny. I have really nice consistency in my wave pattern. I have very minimal frizz, and I love that I got to do half of the work last night and half of the work today and split it up like that. That's really convenient for me with my busy, unpredictable schedule. My hair feels super soft, but I think it's really nice and balanced right now. I think I'm doing a good job of keeping it balanced and not swaying too far into moisture or too far into protein. I love when I can't tell that there's styling product in my hair by the feeling, and that's how my hair is right now. I'm really happy about that. There's certain products that I use that I can feel in my hair, and I know there's product in my hair by the way it feels, and I just don't love that, but this is not one of those products. My hair feels weightless, it feels very soft, I can't tell that there's anything on it. I'm just overall super pleased with this. Does your routine ever look like this, where you wash one day and leave it product free and then style the next day? Tell me in the comments below. If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up. It really gives me an idea of what you like to see more than other things and helps me plan for what I'm going to show you in the future. Go ahead and hit the dislike button if you did not like this one. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you won't miss it when I upload. And I will see you next time.